Alright, what's up YouTube? Today I took a banger trade that I know a lot of the trading or ICT community took. Now I am an ICT trader, but I don't really trade the PB model like they do. I trade TJR strategy, and a lot of the times we have different trades. They usually have faster trades, more 5 to 20 minute trades. Well, mine are typically anywhere from 10 to 60, sometimes even longer. But anyway, today was a super simple day, just like yesterday. We were in a downtrend. Obviously, you look on the daily chart. We had to be super careful still today because we just swept out these low resistance lows. But we had never swept them out on ES, so ES still had good drops to the downside, as well as NASDAQ had this bearish or this bullish daily fair value gap. And if you zoom in, there is a gap there that was unfilled. So that was another target for me, and that's actually what I ended up targeting today. And prior to market open, we could see the 4 hours still bearish, the 1 hour still bearish, and we got some displacement at 7 a.m. on this candle. So going into market open, I wasn't necessarily strongly bearish. I was bearish, but I was willing. In fact, right before I saw this trade, I was starting to switch my bias and I was starting to look for longs because NASDAQ broke structure. But I still saw that ES was still in bearish structure, bearish 15-minute structure, never broke this high. And we had this bearish SMT and we were tapping into a 15-minute, a 30-minute, an hourly, all these fair value gaps. And we got a great move out of these fair value gaps. We got a great displacement below this 5-minute fair value gap. And this is where I ended up taking the trade, except I took it on NASDAQ and not ES. Obviously, NASDAQ was the lagging index. However, NASDAQ was just displacing better through this gap. That's why I took it here. I took it right there. This was my trade for the day. I took profit right here and right here. I caught a nice 1 to 2.3 RR. Ended up making $1,100. Now you might be wondering, well, Jake, we were in the 15-minute bullish market structure. Yeah, so what? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you need to look at the higher time frame. We're in a downtrend on the higher time frame. We still have more draws to the downside that could potentially get taken out. Just because we take out these two low resistance draws on the daily does not mean we're going to go higher right off of that. Okay, we're still in this downtrend. We are still respecting bearish confluences and disrespecting bullish ones. So, what do you expect to happen in a downtrend when we break structure? You think we're going to respect bullish confluences? No, we're in a downtrend. We're going to respect the bearish confluences, and more than that, we're going to respect the higher time frame confluences. This is an hourly fair value gap we came into. We are going to respect that way more than we are going to respect this 5-minute fair value gap right here. So once I saw the displacement through this fair value gap, I was like, okay, well, did we have our liquidity sweep? Yes, this is our liquidity sweep right here. We have this accumulation that we managed to come up and sweep. Now we're going to distribute lower after tapping into a 1 hour fair value gap, a 30-minute fair value gap, and a 15-minute fair value gap, as well as a bearish SMT. There were so many confluences telling us we are going lower. Especially, the biggest one was this displacement. Once I saw this displacement through this gap, I was ready to go, and in fact, I even got in up here because news came out, but I was just ready. So as soon as we got a nice little move up right here, I entered somewhere around like right here, and I got a great entry on it. Um, so yeah, up $1,100 on 2 accounts, so $2,200. Hopefully, I can get a payout next week. We'll see. If so, I'm going to use that money to buy some more accounts, and I'll be trading those on Friday if I can get that payout, and trying to pass those on CPI, because that's probably one of the easiest ways to pass accounts. That doesn't work every time, but a lot of the times it does, and it's super quick. Or you can just go on gold, full for it. Gold also works. I did that too. So anyway, that's the trade. Hope you guys are learning, because I'm still learning, and you can never stop learning, especially with this profession. You will never stop learning because there will always be a different move, a different day. Every day is different. No days are the same. History rhymes, it doesn't repeat. With that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow, last day of the week. Hopefully we can start this month off flawless, a little bloodthirsty on the month.